They laughed at his ideas. They called him unrealistic. They said it couldn't be done. But Elon Musk was never interested in fitting in. He was interested in figuring things out. He didn't start rich. He didn't start powerful. He started with questions. Why not? Why can't we do better? Why should limits decide the future? Elon Musk failed. Again and again. Rockets exploded. Companies nearly collapsed. Money disappeared. Pressure multiplied. There were moments when everything was on the line. Moments when one more failure meant the end, not just of a company, but of a dream. And still, he continued. While others chased comfort, Elon chose risk. While others followed trends, he created the future. He worked insane hours, slept on factory floors, lived inside problems until solutions appeared. Because Elon Musk understood something rare. If something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are against you. Failure didn't scare him. Staying average did. He broke industries, not with force, but with thinking. Electric cars when nobody believed in them. Reusable rockets when everyone said it was impossible. Space exploration when people said, why bother? He ignored the noise. He trusted first principles. He rebuilt reality from the ground up. Elon Musk is proof that intelligence without courage means nothing, and courage without action is just noise. He teaches us that progress doesn't come from permission. It comes from obsession, from resilience, from refusing to accept this is how it's always been. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be curious enough to move forward despite fear, because the future doesn't belong to the safe. It belongs to the ones willing to fail publicly, learn brutally, and try again relentlessly. Elon Musk didn't wait for the world to change. He decided to build the world he wanted to live in. Elon Musk never chose the easy road. He chose the road that meant something. While others chased comfort, he chased impossible problems. While people asked, why take the risk? He asked, what happens if we don't try? There were moments when everything collapsed. Companies on the edge of bankruptcy. Critics calling him crazy. Friends telling him to slow down. But visionaries don't slow down. They lock in. Musk slept on factory floors, worked endless hours, risked everything he had, not for applause, but for progress. He understood one brutal truth. If you want a future different from the past, you must be willing to suffer differently today. Failures followed him. Explosions, missed deadlines, public doubt. But Elon never treated failure as defeat. He treated it as data. Every failure taught him how to win better. Every setback refined the mission. Every mistake moved him one step closer. He wasn't trying to be famous. He was trying to be useful. When people laughed at electric cars, he built Tesla. When space travel was controlled by giants, he built SpaceX. When the world feared innovation, he pushed harder. Elon Musk proved that you don't need permission to change the world. You need courage, obsession, and the willingness to be misunderstood. He showed us that vision without action is just dreaming, but action without vision is just noise. True leaders think long-term. They sacrifice today to secure tomorrow. And while the world debated possibilities, Elon Musk was already working on solutions. Because history doesn't remember comfort seekers. History remembers builders. Elon Musk never chose the safe path. He chose the path that scared people. While the world asked, is this possible? He asked, why not? He invested everything he had, money, time, reputation, into ideas that could easily fail. And many times they did. Rockets exploded. Companies nearly collapsed. People mocked him publicly. Experts said he was dreaming too big. But Musk understood something rare. Progress is painful before it becomes powerful. There were nights he slept on factory floors. Days he worked 100 hours a week. Moments when failure was not a theory. It was reality staring him in the face. Still, he didn't quit, because vision doesn't disappear under pressure. It sharpens. When Tesla was weeks away from bankruptcy, he didn't look for excuses. He looked for solutions. When SpaceX failed again and again, he didn't lower the goal. He raised the effort. Elon Musk teaches us that success is not about comfort. It's about commitment. You will be misunderstood. You will be criticized. you will be called crazy. But every breakthrough in history was once called impossible. Musk didn't wait for approval. He waited for results. He showed the world that innovation demands risk, that leadership demands sacrifice, and that changing the future requires courage most people don't have. He wasn't chasing money. He was chasing meaning. He wasn't afraid of failure. He was afraid of not trying. And that is the difference between dreamers and builders, between spectators and history makers. Elon Musk never chose the easy road. He chose the road that scared people. While others chased comfort, he chased problems big enough to change the world. There were moments when everything collapsed. Companies failed. Money disappeared. Sleep became a luxury. He slept on factory floors, worked 16 to 20 hours a day, risked everything on ideas most people laughed at. They said electric cars would never work. They said reusable rockets were impossible. They said he was crazy. But vision always looks crazy to those who can't see far. Elon Musk wasn't obsessed with success. He was obsessed with impact. When SpaceX rockets exploded, he didn't quit. He learned. When Tesla was weeks away from bankruptcy, he didn't panic. He pushed harder. Failure didn't break him. It refined him. He believed that if something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are against you. While people feared failure, he feared regret. Regret of not trying. Regret of playing small. Regret of wasting potential. Elon Musk teaches us this. You don't need permission to dream big. You don't need approval to think differently. You need courage to continue. When everything says stop, progress doesn't come from following rules. It comes from questioning them. And those who dare to think beyond limits are the ones who rewrite history. Elon Musk's journey was never smooth. It was lonely. It was painful. It was uncertain. He slept on factory floors when his companies were collapsing. He invested every dollar he had not knowing if tomorrow would exist. There were moments when failure was not a possibility. It was the default outcome. People laughed at him. Experts mocked his ideas. Media called him unrealistic, reckless, impossible. They said electric cars would never work. They said reusable rockets were a fantasy. They said he was risking everything for nothing. But Elon Musk never worked to be accepted. He worked to solve problems. When SpaceX rockets exploded, he didn't quit. He studied the wreckage. He learned. He improved. When Tesla faced bankruptcy, he didn't hide. He stood at the front, took responsibility, and kept pushing forward. He understood something most people avoid. If you want extraordinary results, you must accept extraordinary risk. Elon Musk chose long-term vision over short-term comfort. He chose innovation over approval. He chose purpose over popularity. While others asked, "Is this safe?" he asked, "Is this necessary for the future?" Sleep deprivation, stress, criticism. He accepted it all as the cost of building something meaningful. He didn't wait for perfect timing. He created momentum through action. Because vision without execution is just imagination, and execution without persistence is just effort wasted. Elon Musk kept going when logic said stop. He kept building when resources disappeared. He kept believing when numbers made no sense. That is not luck. That is relentless belief backed by work. Elon Musk never waited for permission. He waited for clarity. While the world told him to be realistic, he chose to be relentless. While experts said it's impossible, he asked a different question. Why not? He risked everything, not once, but again and again. Money came and disappeared. Companies failed. Rockets exploded. Headlines mocked him. There were moments when SpaceX had only enough money for one last launch. If that failed, everything was over. But pressure didn't break him. It revealed him. He slept on factory floors, worked 100-hour weeks, chose exhaustion over regret. When others chased comfort, Elon chased problems because he believed the future belongs to those willing to suffer today. Tesla was called a joke. SpaceX was called a fantasy. People said he was risking too much. But history is never written by people who play safe. Failure didn't stop him. It educated him. Criticism didn't silence him. It sharpened him. Elon Musk understood something most people never do. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. He wasn't chasing money. He was chasing impact. He wasn't building companies. He was building the future. And every setback, every sleepless night, every doubt became a brick in the foundation of his vision. Elon Musk's life was never comfortable. In fact, most of his journey was filled with uncertainty, stress, and sleepless nights. He was not handed success. He risked everything for it. There were moments when his companies were on the edge of collapse. Money was running out. Failure was staring him in the face. People laughed at his ideas. They called him unrealistic. They said electric cars would fail. They said reusable rockets were impossible. But Elon Musk didn't build his life on approval. He built it on vision. When SpaceX rockets exploded, he didn't quit. He studied every failure, learned from it, and tried again. When Tesla struggled, he slept on factory floors, worked day and night, pushed through pain most people would run from. He believed something powerful. If something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are against you. Elon Musk showed the world that innovation demands sacrifice, that changing the future requires obsession, that dreaming big means risking big. He was willing to be misunderstood, willing to fail publicly, willing to lose everything, just to move humanity forward. While others chased comfort, he chased progress. While others feared failure, he embraced it as feedback. He understood that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Elon Musk's story reminds us of one truth: the future doesn't belong to the lucky, it belongs to the relentless. So if your dreams scare people, you're probably on the right path. If your goals seem impossible, good, that's where growth begins. Don't wait for permission, don't wait for perfect timing, and never wait for approval. Work harder than your doubts, think bigger than your fears, and stay obsessed with the vision inside you, because the world is changed, not by those who play it safe, but by those who dare to build what doesn't exist yet. Dream big, fail forward, and never stop pushing the limits. If this story inspired you even a little, remember, greatness is not reserved for a few. It is built by those who refuse to quit. Your dreams matter, your struggle matters, and your effort today decides your future tomorrow. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward no matter how slow. Subscribe to this channel for daily motivational videos that build mindset, discipline, and confidence. Because here, we don't wait for motivation, we build it. See you in the next video. Until then, keep grinding.